Mr. Dennis Hickey, the real estate man, is here with us, but I don't like the way things are looking. Is instead of, I don't know if he's going to be selling that beautiful building that he's located at. I thought you'd be in the bushes somewhere, where ticks and lice can bite him up, trying to sell a bit of land as he did last week there. I think it was in St. Ann, there to Prairie. But I see he's in somewhere looking like he's at some hotel about to have a big lunch. I don't know.
Well, Vernon, today I had no plans to go into the bushes, but I had a plan to go to show a beautiful townhouse that we're selling in Farringdon Heights. They're
Which
being sold
height is that?
Farringdon,
Farringdon
of
Heights.
Jackson Road.
Okay, interesting.
They're very nice 4-bedroom
Yes.
houses with basement, pool in the basement. They're over 4,000 square feet and they're selling for anywhere from 1.1 million to 1.2.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a cancellation from Monday from a client who has gone before and wants to go back. So there seems to be some interest.
Yes, in that. And that's kind of central, that
Oh,
area.
yeah, of course it is. And it's a high price.
But let me ask, what's the situation?
Where
There was concern though in that area about infrastructure switch.
No, man, this is not up on the hill. This is
Okay.
this is down at the bottom, at the bottom of Farringdon, which is
Okay.
terra firma, solid ground.
Mm-hmm. So water pressure is fine, and
water pressure is good. Sewer
yes.
is there's no sewer on the main, so the development has to carry on-site sewer, but that is standard design
until such time when
approved by the SRC.
Yes, yes. But
So,
after a while, the sewer main will be
only if the sewer main goes there, fine, you can connect.
Right.
I think there's one in the Dillsbury Gully side, so we'll see how that goes
right.
going forward. So I decided to stay home at my home desk.
Yes.
Vernon, in our business, we buy and sell houses and we earn commission.
Mm-hmm.
Today I want to talk about something that came up in the news from which I will earn no commission. But I think I owe it to your members to point them to the announcement that was made by Hardware and Lumber.
Okay, what's that now?
Hardware and Lumber has come to the market with a house.
Mm-hmm.
A modular home is a technology that they say they have been working on for about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
The houses are designed from the frame from concrete panels.
Okay.
Include ceramic tiles and proper kitchen and counter. A very nice house. I'm yet to see it physically, but I've seen the pictures.
Right.
I tried to go there this morning. I was told I need to make an appointment. Because the house, if you drive down, I was told, heading past Corville and heading out of town, you will see it on the left behind Hardware and Lumber.
Okay.
Done in conjunction with our great alma mater, UTech.
Yes.
These houses are being sold at $4.1 million for a 1-bedroom.
US.
For Jamaican dollars. $4.9 million for a 2-bedroom and $8.9 million for a 3-bedroom. You should find them and interview them. I am sharing this information because, listen, I know the struggles. I know that there are many people out there who can't afford a home. Mm-hmm. If you're getting a starter unit and a 2-bedroom unit, even if they're small, there are small 2-bedrooms that have been sold all over the place.
Yes.
How much money? Your listeners need to go to the Hardware and Lumber website. They're not paying me, and I'm not doing PR for them.
Right.
I'm advising your listeners, our listeners, to check it out. There are going to be some issues. These houses do not come with the frame, the platform on which you're going to build it. But just imagine a family that share a large plot of land.
Yes.
And want their own houses, maybe. And you know, when you talk to the vendors, they will be able to give you some more information. But I could very well see the guy who is part, the lady who was a part of a family land structure, I could see members of the family who can afford these units putting these up on land within the property, the land they own. Now, there are going to be some requirements from the authorities about how you're going to deal with the sewer. Maybe all of them can come together and put in the sewer to take the sewer from these houses. Maybe you own raw land somewhere that you may want to combine and do it. Maybe you can combine with other people and buy that piece of land and get one of these houses.
Yes.
Varying size depending on your budget. But it's important to go take a look. It's important to see what's happening. Go to the website, they told me, set an appointment, which I plan to do next week. Go take a visit and be shown around this house, because clearly they'll come and assemble it for you. They may give you the specification as to what site to clear, how the site is to be, what connection you need from JPS and from NWC. But certainly any house which is being promoted and is enclosed and is safe, that can be sold for 4.1 and 4.9 and 8.9 million dollars. All of them have one bathroom, I was told in the release.
Yes.
Anything like that is good for our people, because plenty of people live in substandard conditions.
And some in no condition at all.
And some in no condition at all.
Oh, yes.
So this is a start. And it's worth going to look at. And I thought I'd start off having that discussion, sharing with the listeners new opportunities. Granted, I told you it earns me no money, but it earns me the satisfaction of knowing I can share information that will help my fellow men and women to find accommodation which is of a better standard that some of us live in.
Dennis, one of the best commission to earn, you see, is to somebody to say, you're a good somebody. You give them sound advice.
Yes.
And you'll be surprised, and I'm speaking from personal experience, that if I have money alone, me probably dead long time.
Yeah, we have to help each other.
So we have to help each other. And by the way, no matter how much money you make,
yes.
You see when the time come, you have to left no one of it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Next week when I go there, Vernon.
Yes.
For those who haven't been able to go,
right,
and who need a little better understanding of what the requirements to get one of those are, I promise you I'll go and I'll provide, again, we'll talk about it next week, and I'll provide some more detailed information.
And you'll be on site?
What preparation is required.
And I try to get you into a cameraman, you never can tell.
You move
the camera from your face.
I could very well set the appointment for 1:30 next week.
Yes.
And actually speak to you from there.
Yes, man, and speak to some of those involved and show some pictures of the area too.
Absolutely.
Why not?
So I'll ask for my appointment to be next Friday. Perhaps I'll go before.
Right.
And then I go next week Friday and talk to you.
Right.
I can actually be able to provide better information.
And I can probably even talk to some of the principals who are involved.
Most certainly.
Right. Well, we have another, let me see. No, we have another, 2 minutes before we take a quick little break. Any other point you want to mention before we take
and that is perhaps, other things will come, but that is where I believe that many of your listeners should go take a quick look.
Yes.
And see where I am talking to other people in another capacity to see how we can piggyback on this technology and provide a greater number of solutions.
Right.
So we're going to look at the technology. We're going to see how well it works, how effective it is. And if it is, I'm certain as Night Father's Day that we be able to have a broader discussion about it.
I want to throw
So,
something to alma mater there that is not just about training people to become construction engineers and so on. But I
mhm,
love to what extent we are carrying out research ourselves, because what we
yes,
tend to do, we tend to be consumers of the technology. So
yes,
technology. I think it's time we start to look at creating things that suit us.
absolutely. Because we have, we have, well, we don't make steel and some of the inputs into houses,
Yes.
but we certainly, well, we already are importing it and using it to build, but we're not short of aggregates.
But I tell you something, that same banana tree there, boy, we never use it to make all kind of something. You never can tell what we can do with it. They use it to make paper. They use it to make floor mat. You never can tell the things we
Most,
can use. Even the coconuts, we have chopped them down, let them use and make baggers. You never can tell if the
most
material
certainly,
that we have that we can
most
use, especially
certainly.
for low income persons.
Yeah, but if we have aggregates and we have building systems, we're supposed to be able to convert the aggregates with the steel we import into
Yes.
into building systems that we
Mhm.
can model in a modular way, pin together to make a house.
Yeah,
But
because we don't
that's
mind
something,
iron here.
and that's food for thought.
Yes.
Where we sit, that's food for thought, and it's something I'm going to bring up with the people with whom I'm having the discussion about the possibility of low income houses.
Right. I tell you what,
This,
let me take a quick little musical break
right.
and then we come back and we continue the conversation. We're
Okay.
talking with Dennis Hickey. This is a program to listen to. You're a young person or you plan to buy another place, man. Listen and learn. And we want to hear from you. We want to hear your suggestions too. So stay with us. Yeah, man. Mr. Hickey, Dennis Hickey from Hickey and Associate. I got it right.
Hickey Grant
Hickey
Property
Grant,
Master.
Hickey Grant Property
Are we
Masters.
are we coming with a valuation company, Vernon, so we can talk about that at some point?
Wow, all right, gonna go for the musical breaks and come
Pressure
back
on
and
your
don't move.
yard. Whoa, no, just he's a missile landlord. Me can't take the pressure on
And
your
of course, my
yard.
very special guest is Mr. Dennis Hickey, the real estate man, Rialto Dennis Hickey. Back to you, my brother.
Yes, yes, Vernon. So I share that information.
Yes,
We're going to do some more research. We believe the state of the market in Vernon is that we're not producing nearly enough, even with the increases that have been granted through the NHT.
yes,
We're
yes.
not producing enough. We're hardly producing any house at those levels. Now we bank on the fact that people can combine. But
Hmm.
I don't know how many people are combining. 2, 3 people. It's not very many people who you're going to
Not
find.
easy to trust people,
You,
Master.
you may find spouses,
Yes.
spouses doing that. But it's not very many people, I don't
No,
think,
no,
who are combining brothers, sisters,
no.
friends.
Is that trust thing, Is that trust?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Now, one thing we're going to investigate with this new housing solution that H&L has
Yes.
is that collective buying. I don't remember what it's called that NHT has, where a number you up to 20 odd can buy a piece of land.
Right.
Now, this may become the perfect foil.
By the way, I've reached out to them more than once. I spoke to them. I'm still waiting on them, and it's just amazing.
Mhm.
That's Jamaica for you, my
Well,
friend.
we're going to have to do the research based on what they provide and come back to you.
Yes,
So
yes.
when I talk next week, I promise you I'll find out, get a little bit more on
Right,
how the collective purchasing of land
right.
works.
I
Now, if
must
you
tell you,
can,
Dennis, I have to interject here. You do a very good job. You don't sound as if you're lecturing. You don't sound boring. So I enjoyed talking with you, especially last week. Last week you really hit the rooftop, man.
it's the confidence of knowing that you're trying to do a good job,
Yes, yes,
and in the process of trying to make money, you're also trying to help your
right.
fellow brothers and sisters. And that what gives me satisfaction. Sometimes I come on the program and I talk about things that are not earning, but my earning is the satisfaction I'm getting
Yes.
from providing information. And
Hmm.
of course, I used to lecture at the great University of Technology, marketing for a number of years,
No,
about
you're wrong.
11 to 12,
Correction, correction. The greatest.
the greatest institution. Um,
I'm sure my you first one like.
well, Everybody boast about their alma mater. We have no shame.
Yeah,
We
I
have
went there. I went
no
UT, but let me
remorse.
tell you, the bonding at UTech cannot compare
So the
with
two
UWI.
best schools in the world are Knox College and UTech. And let me tell you something. Knox College is another matter, because what we did for education was more
Yes.
than just grammar school.
It was more than
It was
before.
practical.
I have to use the time to show off on something that I didn't know that Knox did for me. When I
Yeah.
was at Knox, you see, they used to teach us how I used to think this was also rubbish. And stupidness. You had to write something about if you're going to go to bed, you must take off your shoes. You can't take off your socks before you take off your shoes. I couldn't understand the logic.
Yes.
But we had to go through that, and you do some flow chart and everything.
Absolutely.
No, I must tell you, is after I left Knox College and I went to Air Jamaica, and some brilliant VP decided to kick me up into IT, and everybody thought he was mad. And then I realized I was just fitting in quite well. I just recall, what I was doing at Knox is flow chart and learning how to think logically. You know, where was that? In the 60s.
Yeah, man, and that's where education should have continued.
Work.
You're getting into trouble.
Learning to trouble. You're absolutely right. That's where we should have gone.
But that we deal with another time. But we will talk about the housing, these new opportunities. We'll talk about what you can do with NHT's money. Perhaps 20 odd people come together, can buy Epsilon and get 20 of these houses on it, and they just need to combine to put in the infrastructure. Let's investigate it some more for the benefit of your listeners.
But Dennis says, one thing I love to drop in here. I mean, okay, anybody who are vexed political, I mean, no business. Whenever I believe it, I don't say what I have to say.
Absolutely.
One of us stop tech NHT money to use to other things. We need to stop it now.
It's going to stop, Vernon. I say nothing more.
It's not like you come on my program to make trouble, you know. But we need to stop it. It is for development of housing, especially for those who can't afford it. And if we don't take out 1 cent more, you see, I have my one-man demonstration.
I totally agree with you, Mustaf.
Mr. Dennis Hickey, just tell us how we can find you, my brother.
At Hickey Grant Property, and that's on Instagram. 876-999-4439. That's my cell number. And we have a website, www.hickeygrant.com. And just reach out to me. We have a number of agents. If you go on the website, you'll see them. You'll see their names, their numbers. Reach out to any one of us, almost 50 agents. And pretty soon, one day, I'll slip in the new valuation company under the Hickey Grant brand, and tell you more about what we're doing to help our fellow brothers and sisters and your listeners.
Thank you very much, Dennis Hickey.
Anytime.
The People's Reality. Have a wonderful day, my friend. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Filled with rat and roaches to miss a landlord. We can't take the pressure out your yard. Oh no, just he's a miss a landlord. We can't take the pressure out your yard. Oh no, silly that I know. To miss a landlord, make it bad so. Oh, he's a miss a landlord. He's a miss a landlord. Well, make your pressure.